Welcome to episode 136 of the BCF ORG podcast, The Business of Business. I'm Brian Fisher. Are you a business owner or executive searching for practical strategies to grow your company? This podcast series focuses on the various subjects and topics to help you run a successful, profitable business and is targeted to business owners and C-suite executives. But anyone interested in business can benefit. It reflects my 34 years as a business owner and subsequent years as a business mentor and consultant. They're approximately 15 minutes long, so you can listen while commuting. In the previous episode, 135, our guest was Adam Hamadash, discussing how CEO and AI search is changing. Today's episode discusses 401k strategies for business owners with Matt Ruttenberg. Based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, Matt Ruttenberg is the co-owner of Life Inc., a retirement services company that is committed to revolutionizing the retirement planning experience. Let's welcome Matt Ruttenberg. Matt, welcome to the BCF ORG podcast, The Business of Business.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Appreciate you having me on.
Thanks for joining us today. Matt, I'm always interested in people's stories. What's your background becoming a co-owner of Life Inc. Retirement Services, a company that's committed to revolutionizing the retirement planning experience?
So I've been in the finance industry for over 20 years now. I started off in as a financial advisor. I'm a third generation, so my dad, my grandpa, I got cousins, I got uncles, everyone in this finance industry over here. But been in the 401k space. I looked at myself as a generalist for so long, for 15 years, where I was working with retirees and people who are looking to get towards retirement, more general financial planning, if you will, to where I would bring in these specialists. And in reality, I wasn't really connecting too well on that. I wanted to work with business owners because I looked at myself as an entrepreneur. I love the stories. Every single client is different. Every day is different. Every design is different. And I decided to sell my practice and really turn into a specialist, where I did join and merge my company with Life Inc. Retirement Services, where I am now. And that's a very brief overview of what I've done over the last 22, 23 years now. And I enjoy being this specialist because I get to sit on the same side of the table as everybody. I get to work with the CPAs. I get to work with the financial advisors. I get to work with the client and be a part of their team.
That fits right into today's topic, or this episode's topic, which is 401k strategies for business owners. What's the number one mistake business owners make with their 401k, and how much could it be costing them?
I could probably spit out a bunch of those, and it's at no fault to the business owners. It's more of just common misconception, misunderstanding, and due to a lack of content, lack of understanding of how these things are built. It's really assuming all 401ks are created equal is kind of part of that. The other side of it is a lot of people look at a 401k as simply an employee benefit versus it's a tax strategy. It's a tool for your business. It's not just an employee benefit. So the assumption that all 401ks are created equal is the largest misconception. And it's because most business or most 401k companies that you hear out there in advertising world and most CPAs and most financial advisors are looking at these 401ks and it's plug and play. It's very much a boilerplate version. Like if you went over to LegalZoom or used TurboTax and downloaded this and plugged into that, it's not a boilerplate option. The tax code 401k is actually quite deep, and being able to create a custom version like you're going to the attorney instead of going to LegalZoom to create your own documents. Biggest misconception right there.
Following up on that, Matt, why is the current widely viewed 401k model outdated, and what should business owners do differently?
So they're looking at it like another extension to their payroll. Is one piece there. So you go to X company, you use QuickBooks, it's like a subscription model. is what a lot of people think these 401ks are. And it's really not. It is an absolute tool to use to help grow your business. Whether it's, if you're looking at it as an employee benefit, great, that's fine. But every business is different. So you need to customize it to your business model. So we always talk to a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of business owners every single year. And I always ask two questions. Number one, what is the purpose? What is the motivation behind building this plan for your company? And it's really multiple choice. Is it for your employees? Are you just trying to offer a benefit to retain and recruit new employees? Or is it for you as the business owner, as a growth tool, a tax strategy? Or is it to diversify your money? Instead of putting it all in your business, we need to start diversifying. And it's okay to say yes to both of those answers. It is all of the above. And if it's for your employees, that's fine. Keep it simple, plug and play. That's great. It's easy. You can choose safe harbor. You can choose all these different pre-approved matching investing schedules that are out there. But if you're going for tax strategy and custom, and you need to mold this around your business, then my next question is, how much do you want to save? How much do you want to earmark? How much is that tax bill that you're getting? And let's back into it, because the whole plan design of the 401k model is built around the owner. It's not built around what the employees want to do. It's built around what you as the business owner wants to do. And then you back in to say, okay, in order for you to reach this much of tax savings, we need you to give this much to your employees. And most of the time, people hire us, business owners hire us because the owner wants to keep most of that money. This is your baby. This is your business. And that's okay. It's okay to say, I want to keep most of these contributions. So it's all about, you have built this baby, this business, and you want to reap the rewards of it. That's why you took all the risk. You took all the financial strain and nights that you couldn't sleep and all these things. And you want to save all this into yours and benefit and reap the rewards. And that's okay. So we are hired in to make sure that happens for you. And we customize this plan to be your plan, not everybody else's.
We're speaking with Matt Ruttenberg, co-owner of Life Inc. Retirement Services, a company that is committed to revolutionizing the retirement planning experience. Matt is a 401k expert, teaching entrepreneurs to transform their retirement plan stack into a powerful tool used to reduce taxes well into six digits, as opposed to simply an employee benefit. As a co-owner and business development officer at Life Inc. Retirement Services, Matt is passionate about helping businesses navigate the complexities of the retirement plan space with confidence and clarity. With a proven track record in business development and a deep understanding of the 401k industry, he's committed to empowering their clients to achieve their financial goals and secure their futures. Now, let's get back to the questions. Matt, for a business owner who's never thought of their 401k as a financial tool, what's the first step they should take?
Great question. It's do the research, figure out who is it that you want to work with, what are you trying to do. There is a lot of content out there, and most of it does not scratch the surface. So you need to talk to a lot of people and figure out what is it that you want to do and how does this fit into your overall business model and your overall financial plan. So what I mean by that is, again, are you in growth mode? Are you established business? Do you have a profit? Most of the people we talk to come to us, I'd say in their 40s, 40 years old. They've had their business for, 10 years or so. And they've had their head down for all that time, looking and growing and trying to build this thing, build this business. And all of a sudden they look up and they say, oh my gosh, I got a profit. I got a big profit. I got all the taxes that Uncle Sam is trying to get from me. So then they start reaching out and trying to figure out, because 401k, we're one tax code. We are one strategy. There's 7,000 pages to the IRS code, and we are one code, 401k. And being able to use that code to your benefit is very important, understanding it. But a lot of times they'll look up and say, oh, I'm ready to start stockpiling in the 40s or 50s. And then we're building plans where they're able to get six-digit contributions in these things. Picture an upside down 3-tiered wedding cake. Okay, so this is called our retirement plan stack. This is what we're building. And so it's an upside down 3-tiered wedding cake or upside down pyramid. That bottom layer, the 401k is what we call it. That's the 23,500 that we all know and love. That's the amount that you can save from your paycheck. But then you go up to 70,000 on that second layer. That's profit sharing. You and I were talking off camera before, and that can get you up to 70,000. That's a discretionary amount year to year. You have a good profit year, great. You can get that up to 70,000. So those bottom two layers are $70,000. Then you add that third layer. Now we're getting into 6 digits. You can get that up all the way up to $350,000 when you add all 3 layers. So that first question that we always ask is, what is it that you're trying to do? If it's, I'm trying to stockpile and save taxes, great. We move on to the second question. What is it that you are prepared to earmark, or how much is that tax bill that you need to cover? And when you do that, the full degree of these plans can get you well into the 6 digits of tax savings. And then you add your spouse to your company. Now you're at 200,000 plus in tax savings. And you can build these however you need. It's not just that 23,500 on the bottom layer. It is much bigger than that. And you have to understand, what is that? You got to do the research and figure out, what are you trying to do and how does this fit in?
Matt, what results or lessons learned have you seen with businesses and individuals who have implemented your recommendations?
Yeah. So again, we usually work with those who are trying to stockpile. We're trying to create this custom plan around what they're trying to do. So a few of the companies that we've done, and we work usually with more closely held smaller companies where we have clients with thousands of employees, but then you're looking at this as a benefit. This is an employee benefit. We work with a lot of people who want to use this as a tool, a tax strategy tool. And so they tend to be under 100 employees, under 50 employees even, and they tend to have a higher profit. And you just build that retirement plan stack 1, 2, 3. As your profits build, as your success builds, you start adding these layers and layers. And I'll kind of just explain what we've done at the top. We have husband-wife consultants. They don't have any employees, and we're able to save, I think it was over $650,000 between the two of them, contributions, which saved them approximately $250,000 in taxes for the two of them. That's just this strategy. You know, there's a lot of strategies out there. Again, we're dealing with the 401k tax code. Pairing that with other tax codes, with your tax strategists and CPAs, is a really powerful tool. I always tell people the tax code is built for business owners, and a lot of people aren't seeing that.
Well, that example that you just gave, that's per year, right? That was just 1 year.
That's every single year. I mean, we built plans where, doctors groups, for example, there's 8 doctors and 25 employees. They're saving $3 million a year. And the efficiency rating is really, really important, right? So are you in the black, you in the red? People talk about the cost of a 401k quite a bit. Like, what's your cost? Like we're subscribing to a tech platform. What's the administration cost? That's one piece of it. The real cost of a plan is what you have to give to your employees. That is by far the biggest. And if it's not built right, we've seen 5-digit matching and contributions to your employees that is far and above what you should be doing. So the efficiency rating, when you build all 3 of these layers, we are shooting for 90% or more. Meaning, if you're putting $500,000 into this plan, you should be giving no more than $50,000 to the employees. That's a 90% efficiency rating. So if you have a $500,000 contribution and you're saving $200,000 in taxes, you gave $50 to your employees, you're in the black, $150,000 per year.
We're speaking with Matt Ruttenberg, co-owner of Life Inc. Retirement Services. Matt, how can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it really simple, actually. Just go over to 401k.expert. That's the website, 401k.expert. It's a landing page with some case studies on there, ways to get in touch with one of our experts, having consultation, and pretty easy to get in touch with us.
Matt, thank you for joining us today on the BCF ORG podcast, The Business of Business.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
My sincere thanks to Matt Ruttenberg for joining us today. Managing the performance and future direction of your company are 2 of the most important things you do as a leader. And I'm here to help you. If you'd like to reach out to me for business mentoring or consulting, help you with a podcast, schedule a speaking engagement, or potentially be a guest like Matt, please go to bcforg.com. There's a red Contact Us button in the middle of the homepage. These podcasts will be released the first and third Tuesday each month. This podcast is available wherever you get your podcast. In search, type BCF.org. Be sure to leave a space between BCF and ORG. And I'm looking for this podcast to move from an upper mid-tier podcast to a top-tier podcast. Please leave a positive review, let your friends and colleagues know about it, and don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow the podcast. Join us for our next episode, 137, when our guest will be Louis Derrichon, discussing the offshore death trap. In business, running a successful, profitable business is the ultimate scorecard. You are never done and can always be better, but can be very rewarding. From BCF ORG Corp., I'm Brian Fisher, wishing you the best. Thanks.